Hello, everybody. Welcome back. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different here. We're going to be doing a summary of what's been going on at Starbase for the last week. So Wednesday the 5th to the 12th. So starting off here, we have a nitrogen purge of the outer 20 Raptor quick disconnects that happened on the 5th. Here we have S32 is being scrapped. So S32 was rolled from the Rocket Garden to the High Bay to be scrapped. So this was a V1 ship. We have V2 ships now, so we don't need this one. As you can see, this one never flew. Its heat shield was incomplete. As soon as it gets up here, you can see those ties on the forward flaps are still there. And as soon as it zooms out here, it doesn't have aft flaps. So that was the old generation of starships. This here, speaking of Block 2 starships, this is S35. And if you look on the bottom right, there we go, bottom right, you can't really see it, but they are working on getting the lines for the Chopsticks on pad B. So that was S35. So this is the rollout of B15 to what I believe is the launch site. Yes, the launch site, and pad A. So there you can see the patrol cars, or whatever they're called, following the booster. Down Highway 4, I believe that's what the highway is, down to Starbase, or not Starbase, sorry, the launch site, to Pad A, since Pad B is still, under construction. It's almost operational. All it needs is its chopsticks and its launch mount. So here we are at the launch site, and yeah, so you can kind of see the excavators there working on Pad B. Lights, cranes, tanks, all the pizzazz. And as soon as you can kind of see the tower there, you can kind of see the chopsticks there. And there we go. There we go. Fog's lifted a little bit. So there is Pad A, and there is the first orbital launch mount, or the first version of it. Pad B's launch mount will have a flame deflector, which will be very interesting to see when it actually becomes in use. Now, there is the Chopsticks getting ready to pick up the booster, but I guess we don't get to see that feed. So now we are moving over to the static fire, I presume, of B15. This happened on the 9th. So there is the tanking of the liquid oxygen and liquid methane tanks. And then there goes the water deluge system. And there's a static fire. So, we believe, and it looks like it was a successful static fire of all 33 of the engines. We have not gotten anything otherwise from SpaceX. So, we are assuming that it was a successful static fire, but we will just have to wait and see what SpaceX tells us. So there you can see I believe that bottom tank is the LOX tank, or the liquid oxygen tank, is being detanked. So yeah, there goes that frost line. Now this is S34. This is the night of the 10th. Yes, this is the night of the 10th. So this is interesting. So there is the ship static fire stand, because it is rolling out to Masseys. There are the SBMTs, and there is the ship. So something interesting about the ship there is you can see the raceways that all the electrical connections, those are actually black now. On S33, they were not black. They were silver. So they're black now, which is interesting. And so yeah, so Ship 34 hopefully will have the upgrades from Ship 33 in its performance, from it exploding. or its RUD, or Rapid Unscheduled Disassembly, but, so we're hoping that these upgrades to S34, are successful. I believe that light is S34, that very bright light, almost beyond the horizon, so, yeah, unlike, a fun fact about Starbase, actually, well, not really about Starbase, but Masseys. Masseys was actually the first site to actually utilize the flame trench system before Pad B actually had it, or is going to have it, so, fun fact there. And then here is, I believe, the night of the 10th. Yes, the night of the 10th, or no, actually, this is the morning of the 10th. And as you can see, it was lifted off the OLM and onto its, booster transport stand. And you can see the chopsticks, and funny enough, that booster quick, or the ship quick disconnect arm was, extended, which is very interesting. So, yeah. And you can see workers doing stuff with the OLM, and then Vandenberg. So then, now that the fog is cleared, there is B15. Yeah, but see, if you look, you can see the elevator working in the tower, but if you look, the tower's ship quick disconnect arm was extended, which is honestly kind of interesting. Which, I mean, I don't really know why they extended it, so maybe just, I guess when it's in rest position, it's just like that. I don't really know, but, so there is B15, just kind of sitting there. It kind of looks like it's almost in the chopsticks of Pad B, but that's not going to happen quite yet. We still have a tiny bit before anything like that can happen. So, now you can see it rolling to the production site. And maybe you'll be able to see it at some point. There it is. Okay, so there's the Mega Bays and the High Bay, and then I believe that is Booster 14 in the back in the Rocket Garden. I could be wrong, but I believe that is Booster 14. Or maybe it's still in the Mega Bay. I think it's actually... No, wait. I think that is B14. I'm not sure, though. Or, sorry, not B14, B12. B14 is in the Mega Bay. We know that for a fact. I think that was B12. So here is a close-up of the booster. You can kind of see its grid fins. You can see what people used to think was a thing of the ISS. I believe that's where the chopsticks hit when it's being caught. And then there are the aerodynamic chines, and then on top of those little black squares. Those are actually Starlink antennas. All two that you can see, there's 4 of them, but all 2 of the chines right there. And then the booster, ship, or the SPMTs, sorry. And then that was again on the 10th. And then this was actually, today, the day of recording this is the, one of the aft sections of, S32. So, yeah, you can see the top of the hinge, or where top of the hinge. So, thank you all for watching, and, yeah, bye.